Okay. Let's get rolling. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the March 2023 Zoning Board of Appeals meeting. My name is Kelly Donovan. I'm the chair of this board. For those of you who have never attended one of our meetings, I'll quickly explain how the meeting is conducted. First, we'll ask the applicant to come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and discuss your proposed project or request for variance. The floor will then be open for anyone who would like to speak in favor or against the proposed project. Once everyone's had an opportunity to speak, the public hearing will be officially closed and no new testimony will be taken. After public hearings have been held, the board will deliberate and make a decision on each case. The public's welcome to stay through the deliberations, but again, no public inputs permitted unless we ask you for it. For those applicants who wish not to stay through deliberations, planning department staff will be available tomorrow with the board's decision. The Zoning Board of Appeals is a 5-member board. Tonight we have 4 members present, and that constitutes a quorum. I will now call the roll. Ms. Resnetti. Mr. Mazzo.
Present.
Ms. Bucci. Mr. Donovan is present, and Mr. Landers is excused. All right, on to the minutes. Thank you very much. They look very nice. I like the format and layout. Does anybody have any comments regarding the meetings? Yeah, minutes. Mhm.
Did you get that sound? On page 3?
Apologize. On page 3, on the vote at the bottom, it was 410, not 500.
So the the bottom of page 3, the vote should have been 410 instead of 500.
Yes, the words are correct. The numbers are not. Yeah.
All right. Motion to approve the minutes with that update. You may. Go right ahead.
I make a motion that we accept the meeting minutes for February 14th, 2023.
I'll
May I have a
second it.
second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous. Thank you. And that gets us to our let me see here. All right. Our first applicant of the evening. We're 1 minute away from being able to call you up, so bear with us. We have to follow the clock. Right. If you have anything to set up, feel free to come on up, though. That's fine. Okay, our first case of the evening. Applicant is for Henry Street Preferred LLC, 108 Henry Street, an area variance for a 5-foot rear setback where 20 feet is the minimum required in association with the construction of a rear addition on an existing residential building in the C4 neighborhood commercial district. If you'd please, when you get a chance, give us your names and addresses and let us know what you're here for.
No green, it's got a broken one. Nice, Tito gave him a broken one. Might need to. There's, yeah, those are empty. It's brand new. too.
Good evening. My name's Mark Parker. I work for Keystone Associates, 58 Exchange Street here in Binghamton. We're engineer on the project. And as you nicely said, that we're here for the variance for the setback. The project is consists of 15 units and 44 bedrooms. And there's a small addition here on the backside. 471 square feet, and that is the area that we need the variance for on the setback. And with me tonight is Bill Atrum. He's works with the architect group, and if you have any questions on the building, he will be happy to answer them for you.
Any questions from members of the board?
What is that area gonna be used for that you're adding onto it?
It's an entrance exit, and it's mainly for the elevator to go up to the upper floors.
Okay.
Yeah, second means of being egress for the stairs. Thank you.
Okay.
And is your intention to use this for student housing?
I'm not sure. No, I don't, that has not been said to us, so, no, I don't think that's the intention. No. We're not sure. I can't say yes or no at this time, because I really don't know.
And do you have like a market value of what you would be charging in newly renovated built apartments?
No, we don't.
Bedroom food vary in size, some of them. There would be a difference in price. Some have private baths. Some are smaller.
Can you hear me? All right. Is the existing stairwell right where that addition would be? Okay. The existing exterior stairs are not right. So, but the existing stairs in the exterior of the building today,
I think they were only fired.
those are gone.
Yeah.
But that's the area where you're talking
Right.
about adding,
They would take.
correct? Okay. So I guess my question to you is, how much larger a footprint is that addition from what the existing stairs or the then existing stairs were? Okay.
I'm gonna guess, but if those existing fire escape steps were still there, would they be in code? Okay, I didn't think so. So, I mean, this is not related to your application, but you're taking the bones of the building and kind of redoing all the insides and the exterior facade. That's all.
Configuration.
Mhm.
Through, there's some places, right?
Mhm.
Close to the center there, each there. Find the parking lot. There's air power. Keeping saying the large window.
And you said the back is gonna have an elevator too? And that's gonna be, oh, that's accessible from inside or from outside? Okay, so it's ADA. Okay. Nice. Do you have a view there also of the back? Okay. Just asking. Any other questions? John, you got anything?
No, I have no questions. I'm just looking at the disaster, what it was.
Oh, I know. It's hard to imagine that being what we see today.
Yes.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. You're free to go, but if you'd like to stick around, if we come up with questions as we're going through our deliberations, that'd be helpful. But thank you. So at this point, oh, I'll ask you, did we get a 239 response from the county?
We did. They found no significant countywide impacts. They did note that there was a discrepancy in the number of bedrooms in the application and the number of bedrooms shown on the drawings, but those drawings were corrected. That number of bedrooms is correct now, and that's what was approved by the planning commission. But other than that, they had no comment.
Okay, very good. That's good to know. All right. Then I guess what we need to do is make a motion to open the public hearing for 108 Henry Street.
I'll
Can I
make
get
a motion to open public hearing for 108 and 110 Henry Street.
Very good. And can I get a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, and anyone present wishing to speak in favor or against the proposed variance, please speak up now.
Do we still receive phone calls?
No, I don't believe we got phone
No,
calls.
okay.
Did we get any emails or anything?
We did not.
Any comments from neighbors or the ones backing up on?
We did get a call from the neighbor to the rear. She had questions about how close the addition would be to her property line. The question was answered, and she has not submitted any comments after that.
Okay. All right. How long do we need to leave the public hearing portion open?
If you don't see anybody in the gallery,
I don't
that's,
see. I don't. What neighborhood see them?
he actually,
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, I would, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing at this point. Could I get a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We can now move on to deliberations. And I will note here that this is a type 2 action and requires no environmental review. I don't believe that needs any motion, does it? You know? No. Statement of fact from the application. Okay, this is an area variance and we have to go through the criteria. Is it an undesirable change to grant this variance? Is there a reasonable alternative? Is it a substantial request based on the standards? Does it have an adverse impact to the physical or environmental conditions of the neighborhood? And whether or not it was self-created? Okay, so how does everybody feel about the difference or the going from 20 feet to 5 feet?
I don't see a difference with it. It's an improvement to the property, so.
I think Marina kind of made a point. Previously, it was within 10 feet of this location anyway. So the existing was already closer than 20 feet. And it definitely inside of 20 feet. So, I mean, if the pre-existing condition, you're already closer than you were supposed to be. I'm tickled that somebody is doing something to the property. Yeah, and make it a useful location. Rather than just sitting there. Desirable change. I mean, sure, if it could be 20 feet away, great. I would also note that it's not unusual in that area downtown, in the downtown areas, or more of the developed areas of Binghamton. 5 feet is not unusual. 0 feet is not unusual. So I'll just make that note. Is there a reasonable alternative? I guess the stair tower could be shifted to another location, but then you'd be eating into your parking. Did you guys consider alternates to being within 5 feet?
Yeah, we have to be looking at the stair tower right within the building with that. Got a lot of space.
Right.
6 to 8 bedrooms right there. Involved a lot of modifications. So where this
Yeah,
lot of modifications.
it seems a lot more efficient than having it at any other location on the building. Okay. I'm satisfied that they've considered
The
alternatives.
site plan.
Yeah.
Pardon.
The question of whether this is a substantial request, I'm kind of satisfied with that. Due to the points we already talked about. It not being unusual for buildings to be within 5 feet or 0 feet. And that the building was already within the 20 feet to begin with. Any other discussion needed there? Okay. Is it going to have an adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions to grant this specific variance to be within 5 feet
No,
of the? No. No, yeah, I see nothing negative there. Last, was this self-created?
well, yeah, it was self-created, but there's not much more they could do without,
The only other choice was for it to come down,
right,
really,
so.
honestly. Yeah, to be able to be up to current safety codes, building codes. Best place to put it on the property.
I agree.
I'm happy with the self-created aspect of that. Okay. Any further discussion? John, how do you feel about putting a motion forward?
I will put a motion forward. I would like to make a motion to approve the Henry Street Preferred LLC project at 108 and 110 Henry Street to go from a minimum area dimension of 20 feet requested to a 5 feet approximate on Henry Street for the additional stairwell and elevator access.
All right, could I have a second for that? Ms. Bucci, who's in favor? That'd be unanimous. Thank you very much. All right, on to the next step for you folks.
Thank you so much for. your
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.
Yes. It's been a nice work for a long time.
All right, do we have any other business?
Do not.
Okay, then I will make a motion to adjourn. Could I get a second? All in favor?
Nice.
We are adjourned. Thank you. Thank you up there.